Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
You
So
are the you are
Nice
I
to
don't
meet
know.
you to know. It's a
This is
pleasure.
yeah.
Goodbye.
This is happening very often. I don't know. All of a sudden, there's it's not like a power out. It's just like it goes and then it comes and in that movement. So the internet is no internet, and then we're still
Yeah,
waiting.
restart. Yeah.
Restart. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Sorry. Who were we with? Who was talking? It was
Daniel, Daniel.
Daniel. Okay. Good. Uh
Okay.
huh.
Okay. The police driving around 5 minutes, and then the man was crying and into the patrol. He is speaking loud because he feel bad, and
He
then
felt bad. Okay.
he felt bad. He felt bad. The police thought he was acting. He was a liar. And then this man spoke loud, and then he asked, "Please, I want to went to the hospital then." And the police they was scary about that, and then they tore on the line for the patrol. He was driving fast for arrive to hospital the the uh, in the in the little time, and then he arrived. They arrived at the hospital, and but in the hospital he was watching or see a big line for the they can enter enter at the hospital. So Salvador, you can continue, please.
Yeah, at the end he was at the line waiting for his turn, and then he started to feel uh, bad, and he fainted. He fainted, and then they took him to the emergency. But the problem was that nobody knew about COVID at that time in El Salvador. And then he, the problem wasn't the pupusas. The problem wasn't because he didn't wash his hands, and then he got COVID, and he started to split the COVID inside the hospital and to the and all people that he has had contact. And was he was in the hospital, then he since he was fainted, then he started to recover. At the end, he was slept at the hospital,
So then
and that's how
mhm.
the COVID started here in El Salvador.
So he brought it here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did.
Good. Oscar, and then the resolution.
No, Oscar is not here. That's the resolution.
Well,
Oscar, he was problem with the computer, and then, but he want to finish the other version. Is welcome.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Good. It's about imagining or creating some things. And I know that when we're speaking, sometimes we don't. We're just producing, and sometimes some common, like let's say little mistakes. Like for example, you said, he the police the police they was or like they were like little things in the past is like he looking for. In this case is like he or she or they were looking for, little conjugations in the past. But that's something that we really need to work on creating. And next week we're gonna work on like storytellers. As I told you before, it's like telling a story about something. We have different kind of stories. What kind of stories do we have? We have interesting stories. We have like a very scary stories. Okay. We have like dangerous stories. We have like a very embarrassing stories. We have like a
Romantic.
thrill romantic stories. We have thrilling stories. What else?
Dramatic.
Dramatic stories. Uh-huh. What else? All right, Diego. Uh-huh. What else?
Fantasize. How do you say fantasize stories? Like the of the children's, like the fantasia.
Oh, fantasy stories. Okay, what else? What other stories?
Love stories.
A love story, like a sad story. Okay, a sad story.
Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Funny stories or
A
comic stories.
funny story. Funny story. Uh,
Fiction.
Fiction stories. All right. I don't know. We have many stories, but the idea is to talk and synchronize our ideas. And next week we're gonna talk about some linking words, or sometimes we call it like a smart words that will help you to add more information, or will help you to contradict one information, or emphasize, give examples, or you conclude with something, but to add more information. This will help you to have a better communication skills, basically, to add more information, or when you want to contradict, or you want to give a different point of view. But we have many stories, a lot of stories. I know that we all have like different stories. Like, for example, have you ever had any funny story, or like an embarrassing story? No. Yeah,
Yes.
many story, of course, a lot of stories. So we need to talk about those. So next week will be about storytelling, right? So you need to tell me stories. And I had like a funny and embarrassing and terrible story for a girl. And it was in this, I think it was by going to Santa Ana. Going to Santa Ana, there's a park, industrial. What is the name? American Park, I think is the name. American Park. Going to Santa
Yes.
Ana. Okay, there.
Yes.
And there's a gas station. I think it's Puma or Uno. I forgot. I think, right?
It's the Puma.
Puma. Okay. And this was back in a long time ago when I was in ninth grade. Can you imagine ninth grade? And we were coming from La Union to we were going to Termos de Rio, and then we stopped there because we were hungry. We were really hungry in the morning. So then we asked the driver, hey, give us a chance to buy something at the gas station. All right. So we went to the store, to that gas station, and there was a girl, a pretty young girl, right? She was very young, around 20, 22 maybe. But she was well dressed. She was the cashier in this place that is closed. And we entered like a 10 or 12 guys. We were only guys. So of course, right, she felt a little bit different, and she was like talking and walking in a very female style because we were only guys. And then she was wearing a big high heels. And then all of a sudden, one of my classmates told her, "Hey, ma'am, could you hit me this personal pizza? There are some pizzas that you can just heat it up for 2 minutes, and it's good. You can eat it." And she said, "Of course." And she took the pizza with a very nice style like this, and she was walking to the microwave. But the floor was wet. The floor was wet, and all of a sudden the girl, she slipped both feet. And it's like we just saw the pizza like flying, psh, and but she couldn't even put the hands. It was like if you throw a piece of wood into the floor, like,
Tamalazo.
yeah. And we were like, what do we do, right? There's nothing that that we could do because it's closed. You cannot enter to this place. And imagine, and there was a piece of wood, like playable, like next to the wall. So when she was going down, she opened up her arms, and she hit the piece of wood. So the piece of wood was coming in a slow motion, like this, was coming in slow motion. And then when she, like at the end, she kind of is like established herself. So then she tried to stand up, and then the piece of wood hit her in her head, all over again to the floor.
Oops.
That was terrible. Poor girl. And we were like in shock that we we didn't know what to do. And but this poor girl, yeah, that was very
Did she realize
embarrassing.
you were there?
Yeah,
Uh,
everybody, we were like
Oh,
the teacher,
everybody.
the teacher, the teacher is cheer the girl.
Wait,
Yeah.
wake up, wake up.
I thought you catching her all the
No,
night.
because it was closed, the area. We couldn't enter,
Oh,
this gas station. We saw everything. And that will fall for this girl. And then I was like inside, I couldn't help. I got out of the gas station and I was laughing outside. I'm sorry, but I couldn't. It was very funny and embarrassing for this girl.
But it's the part, the
pobre
embarrassed part is that you
chiquita.
cannot stop laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, you cannot stop it. I was like serious, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I had to go out. Yeah, but we have many stories and we're gonna talk about next week. So thank you so much. It's still time. You can go and get something for Black Friday. So I hope you have a
Thank
nice
you.
bargain. I'll see you next week. Take care,
Okay.
See you.
See
everybody.
you next
Okay.
week.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Take
Take
See
care.
care.
you.
Bye.
Next
Thank you.
week.
Goodbye.
See you.
See you.